Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is my very first video and I just want you guys to get to know me. So this is a get to know me tag so that we can get to know each other and have a smooth ride together into this journey. So as I'm going to start the journey of YouTube and all of that influencing, I just want you guys to get to know me. So let us get straight into it. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like or comment. That is very important and the feedback is really appreciated. I'd really appreciate your feedback as to where I can fix anything and what I can do in future so that I can fix whatever that is supposed to be fixed in future. Then let us do this together. Thank you guys so much. Now enjoy the video. I'm going to start with your basic, right? So I'm Rebotile Mashile Magaza. And Magaza, it's my new surname because I just got married. So that's my new surname, Magaza. Then that's just your basic. So for those of you who know me, they normally call me Ribo or they call me Boti, right? That's just a short version of my name. If you want to shorten it, that's how you can just call me Ribo or Uboti, right? So I'm a 26-year-old, a mother, and a wife to my lovely husband, right? So yeah, let's get into those questions quickly. So I'm just going to skip the first few questions because I've already answered those questions. So the first question will be, who gave you your name? So my aunt gave me my name. That's why we have that bond, because she gave me my name, and we normally call her Visi. So that's my aunt and she's the one that gave me my name. I love her to bits. Then the next question, where are you from? I'm from Mpumalanga in Middelburg and in a location called Mhluzi. So it's in Mhluzi, we call it Mtoni. So that's where I'm from. But currently I'm in Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape in PE, Epai. That's where I am, and that's where my new life has just started. So I moved here a year ago, and yeah, now I'm living here in PE in Port Elizabeth, and that's where currently I'm staying. Then the next question, when and where were you born? Like I said, I'm from Mpumalanga in Middelburg, and that's where I was born and bred. That's where I've lived most of my childhood until 2015. That's when I started moving around because of school or varsity and all of that. But I was born and bred in Mpumalanga in Middelburg. The next question, how many pairs of shoes do you own? Okay, so we're already going into that. Okay, so guys, I love shoes, but before we can get into shoes, I'm thinking let me just skip this one and get into some more personal type of question. I'm kidding, but yeah, they're saying how many pairs of shoes do you own? So guys, I have a lot of shoes. I'm not quite sure of the number, but I have like a shelf full of shoes. And most of those shoes, it's like heels. I love heels. Like each and every time I go to town or wherever, or I go for shopping, that's like my number one go-to item that I'll like get, right? So I've even decided, you know what, I'm no longer buying any shoes because I've been buying shoes and heels mostly. So I have a few flat shoes, but mostly I love heels. If you can ask me any item or clothing item or whatsoever, that would be shoes. I love shoes. So I'm not really sure of how many items I own, but that would be around 30 or so. And I hardly wear them. That's the thing. I hardly wear my heels or shoes. And during winter, like, I hardly wear heels. They're just there, you know. So yeah, let's get through. So what did you want to be when you were a kid? So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a lot of things because things kept on changing. I remember there was this one time I wanted to be a detective, and I was watching a lot of these movies that were just dealing with like your people were marrying each other and all of that. So I just wanted to be a lot. I remember when I was very young, I think in my primary, I was like, I want to be a policeman or whatever, policewoman or whatever you guys call it. And it was just one of those. And the more I grew up, the more I started to change. I remember when I was in grade 11, I wanted to do biotechnology. When I was in grade 12, I wanted to do civil engineer, mine survey. It was just a lot of things. And luckily for me, I actually qualified for all of that. I qualified for your mining engineering, I qualified for your mine survey and all of that. But unfortunately, I didn't end up doing those courses. So yeah, but that's a story for another day. We'll explain that. But when I was in grade 12, I wanted to do mining engineering and mine survey. And I actually applied for that. I applied in the University of Pretoria for my mining engineering. Then I applied in UKZN for, is it UKZN? I'm not sure, but I applied somewhere else for a mine survey. If it's not UJ, I don't remember very well. But yeah, I applied, and actually I applied in a lot of universities. But okay, unfortunately, I ended up doing something else, right? So yeah, that's a story for another day. We still have a long way to go. Then the next question: who was your favorite teacher in school? Favorite teacher? Let me see. Guys, I was one of those kids that, you know, me and my books, and I just didn't care about anybody. But my favorite teacher, who would it be? Let me just think about it. I don't really think, I didn't hate anyone. I didn't hate any teacher, but I don't really think I had that much of love for a certain teacher. But one thing for sure, I loved my physics teacher and my mathematics teacher. So my physics teacher was Mr. Saji. Yeah, Mr. Saji. If I pronounce it very well, because guys, it's been a very long time. Then my maths teacher was Miss Lovely. So they were both Indian. So yeah, those are the two people that I'd say I love them to bits. But it's not really that I had any favorite or anything. But are just those two, they're like, you know, in that category. Then, where did you go to school? So, my primary, I went to Tushanang. So, those who stay in Middleburg, they know that school. Tushanang. Yo, guys. Yeah, I feel like I really liked that school. And I've had some really good memories and all of that. And I really enjoyed being in that school. So, my primary was at Tushanang Primary School. So yeah, that's why I went to primary. Then my high school, I did that at Sofunda Secondary School. That's also in Middleburg. Then I remember from grade 8 until grade 9, I went in the Lalis, right? In Makaya, guys. I went and I stayed in Bushbuckridge, Akonuk, Kobefosuk. That's where I stayed from my grade 8 and my grade 9. Right, grade 8 to grade 9. And I was studying at Tepanang Secondary School. So that's where I was studying. So that's why I did my schooling, basically from primary to high school. Then, which of your parents do you resemble? Woo, guys, it's easy. Which of your parents do you resemble? Wait. But it's about models, see guys. We went to public schools, but yeah. Okay, so I think I'm more like my dad. I think I look a lot like my dad. Yeah, I think I look a lot like my dad. Like most of the people, they're like, you don't look like your mom. They even ask you, are these your kids? Like, wow, you have beautiful kids. Yeah, but we don't look like my mom. We look like our dad. Like mostly all of my siblings will look like my dad. So yeah. Then the next question, what is your favorite color? Okay, my favorite color is black. But recently I think I've been trying a lot of colors because I feel like I've been wearing a lot of black and I don't have like most of the other colors, so I just want to start getting into like, you know, wearing a lot of different colors so that I can just get to see which other color I'd like. But I've just been experimenting or trying out new colors as well, so that, you know, I can just look the part and be the part instead of wearing black all the time like a mourning or something. But yeah, whatever. So that's what I've been doing lately. They're saying, what is your current favorite song? My current favorite song, guys, it's this gospel song, ne? I think on our blessing day, for those of you who know a blessing, so that little like a ceremony in church whereby you guys get married and all of that. So that's a blessing. It's a blessing ceremony. So during our blessing ceremony, there was this lady that sang the song. I don't really remember, or I'm sure if I know the title of the song, right? But I know the song. I wish I knew how to sing. What is that song? Guys, how can I forget this? How can I forget this? Guys, how? I really love this song. It's a gospel song though. What is it called? Okay, you know what? I don't remember. Like, yeah, it's completely out of my mind at this moment. But once I do, I'll come back and tell you. Okay, so then the next one. Which is your favorite book? Guys, I don't love reading. Yo, I feel like in school, when I was still schooling, I had a lot of, you know, my time spent during school and studying and all of that. And currently, I'm not reading any books and all of that. I felt like I wanted to take a break from all the books and everything, because during my childhood, I've done a lot of reading. Like, I'd say 70% of my time I'll be reading. So I feel like I read a lot during my childhood time, and I'm at a point where I just want to take a break and just get to explore myself and all of that. And yo guys, so I'm just like, no, I can't take it anymore. So I'm just at that stage. No books at this moment, but definitely in future I do want to read a few books, most especially educational books. That's what I want to go for, because I feel like I want to learn a lot, you know, and I do want to learn a lot about entrepreneurship and, you know, businesses and all of that, because I'm now heading into that direction. So I want to learn a lot about that. So whenever I'm ready, I'll start doing that and doing my research and everything. So I'll do a lot of reading, but currently I'm just over here. So nothing at this point. So do you have any siblings? Yo guys, ekaya sine crash. Yeah, a crash. I have a lot of siblings. I have 7 siblings. Seven. So I'm number 5. I'm the 5th one, and after me I have like 3 of them. Then before me it's 4 of them. But now there's 7 of us, because one of my sisters passed away last year. So yeah, she's late, but otherwise we are 8, because we still count her. So yeah. Then where do your grandparents live? Guys, so okay, unfortunately I don't have any grandparents. They all passed away, and I only knew one of them, which was my grandmother from my mother's side, and I've only known her for like a short period of time, and after that she was gone. But yeah, so I don't have any at this particular moment. But when we were growing up, my grandmother used to stay in Welkom, Free State. Yeah, that's where she used to stay. Then, do you have any children? I do. I have one child. I have a son. His name is Monde. So I do have kids. for children, but I only have one, and I'm looking forward to having many, right? But many, that would be 2 max, right? That would be 2. So Umondo will be the first, and I'll have maybe 1 or 2 more, and that's it. Because guys, I can't deal with the crash, I can't deal with many kids. But yeah, and giving birth is like my worst nightmare, so I'm not sure if I'm ready to go through that at this moment. And just being pregnant in general. Okay, then do you play any sports? I'm not a sporty person at all. I don't. Like, I'm not playing any sports. Like, guys, I'm not active at this moment. Like, I've just been that person, go to work, come back, and all of that. But I do want to join gym soon. But I don't do any sports. I don't do anything, and I've never really been a sporty person. I prefer talking. So let's go to the next question. Okay, do you have pets? I do have a dog, and I love her to bits. I got her when she was young, but yeah, I do have a dog, and it's a Siberian Husky. I do have a dog, guys. So yeah, it's a Siberian Husky, and her name is Willow. And I've heard her for like almost a year now. So yeah, from birth, and yeah, we've been growing together. So yeah, I do have a pet, and I have a dog, a Siberian Husky. And then, which is your favorite vacation destination? Yo, guys, I've been to places, but I haven't really had that one place I'd be like, I'm definitely going to do you over and over and over. I haven't really had that one destination that blew my mind, and I still want to go to several places and just check them out. So once I've checked some places out, I'll definitely come back and tell you which one is like my go-to destination. But at this at this moment, or at this point in time, I don't think I've been to a place that blew me away. But I do want to go and try out a few places. Then I think I can make up my mind from there. The next question: how did you perform in school? Like, who would ask me that? But okay, fine. Okay, I think I did very well in school. I wouldn't say I was an A student, but people who know me can judge me. I don't like, being that person. But I think I did very well. And I passed my matric with a bachelor and a few, distinctions and all of that. So I used to be that kid, right? But I think it's through hard work and all of that. I wouldn't really say I'm intelligent or anything like that. But yeah, I think I did good. Really good, if I may say. Then, do you have any school memory? Definitely, guys. I have so much that I can just tell you guys, and it can even take the whole day. But my memories, I remember there was this one time that I was just, which one will I even... Okay, let me just talk about this one. But yeah, my school memory, I think one of the things that I remember about my school is me and my friends, because each and every time after school, would normally stand by the gate, and all of these other kids will go home. Tina will have like umkosi indaba. We'll be like chilling outside the gate for like 2 hours or more, and we'll be just talking, like updating. Like, guys, we are in the same class, we see each other every single day, but each and every time after school we just have to stand outside and just update. And there's always something new to talk about all the time. And I really liked that. So that's one of the memories that I had, and it was really nice. And one of the other memories would be when I was in grade 12. So when I was in grade 12, doing my matric, I was pregnant, right? So when I was pregnant, guys, it was just one of those, and people would look down on you and be like, hey, and all of that. But with me, I was just one of those, hey, I'll tell you this one, but yeah, I was just one of those that you couldn't say anything, because whatever you can say, I was just too bold, and bengila la, but la angiko. So I used to be those ones. Indaba, I'll tell you the way to get off. Like, I'll tell you the way to get off, and as you'll feel it. But la and this. So, like, you wouldn't even say anything. If you were saying anything, you'd say it behind my back and make sure I don't find out about it. Because if I did, definitely I'm that one person that will confront you, right? So I used to be that kid. But yeah, obviously, because I do my work, I do everything, and ngiyapasa. Yeah, understand? Ngiyapasa. Ngibaraiti eklasini ngiyakudlula. So they used to call me umamaga intelligent, because I think when I was pregnant, I was that smart. Like, I think I was that smart. But yeah, so they used to call me that, and instead of you saying the negative things I had, or I was doing more positive, I was doing more of good things than the bad. So it was more of that, but I didn't really know what people would say or what people were saying about me. So yeah, it's just one of those. So yeah, I just have a lot that I can talk about when it comes to school, and let's just leave that for another day, because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So we can talk the whole day, but we are not here for that, right? So yeah, then what do you do apart from being an influencer? Okay, so apart from being an influencer, I have a lot. So like I said, I wanted to do a few things when I was in high school, but I ended up doing something else. So I'm a maths and CAT teacher. I teach in high school. And besides that, I'm also doing something else. I do have my side hustle that I'm busy with, and that is keeping me very busy. So I'm also a businesswoman on the side. So I do a few things, but I'm in the events business. So I have an event company. That is called Pure Essence Events. And we do deco currently, we do gifts and all of that. So that's what I'm currently busy with. So as I'm going to take you guys through all of this and vlogging and all of that, you'll just get to see some of my work, because I'll also take you guys through maybe some days when I do a few events and all of that. Then I'll just take you guys through that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing currently, and I'm looking forward into venturing into other businesses as well. So yeah, definitely next year I need to come up with something, because it just doesn't stop. It just needs to grow and grow and grow. And yeah, that's what I do. So I'm a teacher, and I'm also having a side hustle that I do, which is an events company, and I'm still growing that, and I hope it grows and grow and grow in future. Okay, so the next question: what are some of your favorite TV shows? So what are some of my favorite TV shows? Guys, mina ngumuntu waselokishini bandla. Ngumuntu waselokishini. Ngikhulele elokishini. So I'm not about all of those fancy things and whatsoever. I do watch those, but ngiyamthanda uDS bandla. Ngithanda uMoja Love. Hayi bandla. Anyawabuka. Ngiyasibuka bo. Mina, I'm one of those ngithanda drama. That's my problem. I love drama, and I love to see like things that happen in reality or in real life. So I love reality shows. I wouldn't really say I love this particular show, but I just love reality shows in general. So I watch a lot of Moja Love and a lot of their reality show, but I do also watch other channels as well with their reality show. But when it comes to reality shows, I just love those. So yeah, that's me, definitely. Then how many languages do you speak? Okay, how many languages do I speak? I know, okay, Pedi, Sotho, Setswana, Tswana, Zulu. I'm learning a little bit of, I don't even know how to pronounce it, because the problem is my pronunciation. I do know how to speak that language a little bit, of course, guys. I don't even know how to pronounce it because of my pronunciation. I think it's because I'm not used to pronouncing, so that's my problem. So the problem is pronunciation. Otherwise I can be able to speak it, but the problem is pronunciation. So that's my problem. I know a little bit of Tonga as well, because I've been Akonyuk, and yeah, there's some Tongas right there, so I know a little bit of Tonga. I know a little bit of isiNdebele because in Mpumalanga, in Middleburg, definitely I'm a Ndebele khona. So those are some of the languages that I know, and some I'd say I know and understand, and some of them I just understand, but I wouldn't really reply back, if I may put it that way. Then, what is your first language? My first language is Sepedi. Ke Mopedi, guys. So Sepedi ke bolela Sepedi ke Mopedi. Then, what is your best physical feature? My best physical feature. Okay. I think, guys, the more I grow, the more I love certain parts of my body and I forget about some. But I remember when I was in varsity, I used to love my breasts. I used to love my breasts, and yeah, it's my breasts, my legs, the smile, obviously, and yeah, I think that's what I love. Yeah, I'd say that. Then, babe, but give me a few minutes. Okay, give me a few minutes. I'm almost done. Usakhona. Okay, so the next one, what is the most important thing in your life? Okay, so what is the most important thing in life for you? So the most important thing in my life is my son. My son is the most important thing, and yeah, it's just that we currently don't live together, but we are in a process of, getting him to move closer to the side, and that's the one person that is very important in my life, and I would die if anything would happen to him. Then, what inspires you? A lot of things inspires me. I think my childhood inspires me. I think how I grew up inspires me. I think my experiences in life and all of the things that I went through and my challenges inspires me. But I feel like when I was growing up, and even currently, what inspires me is my background. How I grew up and how we used to live at home and all of that. I feel that's the one thing that inspires me most, because I didn't grow up in a very privileged home, but I think that's one thing that I'd say inspires me on a daily basis. It keeps me going on a daily basis, because I remember when I was young, I was like, I never want my situation to change, because I felt like that's the one thing that is pushing me. I felt like that's the one thing that inspires me the most. So I didn't want it to change, because I wanted to be the one person that changes the situation, right? So it was just one of those. And until this day, I'm still inspired by what happened back then. I'm still inspired by that situation that it was back then. Now that things have changed. But I feel like that inspires me, and my son inspires me, because I feel like each and every time I do something, I want to do it for him. So he's also a reason, or he's also my inspiration as well, because each and every time I do something, I'm like, I'm doing this for my son, I'm doing this for him. So he's also my inspiration. So I have a lot of things that inspires me in life. So it's my son, my background, where I come from, my family, and my parents. So that's everything that inspires me. But mostly I'd say my background inspires me a lot, because I'm who I am today because of what I've been through, and because of how we lived, and because of all that childhood and everything. So today I'm this person, so that's what inspires me the most. So I feel like I have a lot to talk about when it comes to that, but like I always say, that's a story for another day. I feel like I have a lot of questions, and it's been a very long time, but yeah, I'm just going to cut short and make sure that I answer some of those questions. But if I feel like it's too long, let's do it some other day, not today. Okay, so is there someone you cannot live without? One thing for sure, I cannot live without, but I wouldn't say I cannot live without my son, because he's not here. And like, guys, I understand. Is there someone you cannot live without? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, because definitely I can breathe without anyone. Definitely I can breathe without anyone. Definitely I can live without anyone. So I don't believe in all of those stories. I can live without anyone, because even those people, before they came in my life, I was still living. So I can live without anyone. But yeah, so I'm full school mama. I said we can't live without people. No, I can live, I can breathe, I can do anything without anyone. Let's get that straight. Okay, then, yo guys, I have a lot of questions. Then, are you often sarcastic? Child. I don't do that. I just get straight to the point. If mele ngikhulume some things, I khuluma. Whether you like it or not, I'm just going to speak my mind, and I don't do all of that. If it means that I need to talk about it and laugh about it, I'll just talk and laugh. At the end of the day, just know that I mean it. And if I tell you something and I laugh about it, just know that I mean that. Just know that I mean it. So I'm that person. I don't do sarcasm. I just speak my mind, and I tell it like it is. Yeah. Which types of movies do you watch? I watch a lot of romantic movies and horror movies. I don't know how those two go together, but I used to love horror, and at the moment I'm also watching a lot of romantic movies. Okay, then where is the furthest you have been from home? Guys, since 2015 I've always been like away from home. So the furthest I've been from home is currently I'm like very far from home. So I'm currently very far from home. I'm in PE at Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape, and Ekaya at home is like back in Mpumalanga. So it's like almost 12 or 14 hours. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I'm that far. Are you a good cook? I wouldn't say I'm a good cook, but I'd say I try. Whatever I cook, it's eatable, and presentation wise it's perfect, but I wouldn't say I'm a good cook, because yeah. So what do you like about your life right now? I like a lot of things about my life right now, because I'm in control, because I can do whatever that I want for myself, because I'm now independent, and I can do a lot of things, and I'm like, I'd say financially stable in a way. So there's a lot of things that I'd say I'm happy about currently. I feel like my life is coming together. I feel like a lot of things are moving into place in my life. So there's a lot that I'd say I love about my life currently, because there's just a lot of things that are happening, and a lot of great things that are happening currently, and it's just one of those things. I feel like it's a lot. So it's a lot that I can appreciate at this moment, but most of it all, I'd appreciate the financial side of it, because I feel like financially a lot of things are coming together. How do you like spending your birthdays? So definitely on a birthday, it's that I would go out for like lunch, dinner, or whatsoever, but mostly I love traveling during my birthday. So I'll go for a vacation, go somewhere. Last year for my birthday, I think I went to Knysna. I think I went to Knysna or Platte, somewhere. But obviously, if you're in Platte, then you obviously are going to go to Knysna. But yeah, during my birthday, that's where I went, and I'm not quite sure. I haven't really decided where I'm going for my birthday this year. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this year, but yeah, that's how I celebrated last year. I went to Platte and Knysna. That's where I've been last year for my birthday. So I'll normally travel and go for a vacation and just be spontaneous about it. So what is your best friend? Oh, sorry, who is your best friend? My best friend at this point, it's no one else besides my husband. That's my best friend at this moment. Do you prefer hanging out with many people or a small group? I'd say a small group, because guys, I do love, a crowd sometimes, but not really hanging out with like a lot of people. But I do like to go to crowded places at times. But I'm one person that likes hanging out with a small group of people, even though we are in a crowded place. But whoever that is around me, can just be a few people. I love that, because I feel like a lot of people just come with trouble. There's always some drama in between. So I just love hanging around with a few people so that we can just, keep it between ourselves. But otherwise, I do love crowded places. I do love all that vibey places and all of that. I do love that a lot, but I wouldn't really mind having a small group and just chilling together. That would also be perfect. So I feel like I've done a lot of questions today, and it's just been going on and on and on, and I still have at least a long list of other questions. I'd really love to answer those, but at this moment I just feel like it's been a very long time. We can have that for some other day, but today I'm just going to keep it short and simple, because I wanted you guys to get to know me and get to know who I am. So I feel like this is where I'm going to end, or this is where I'm going to stop. So like I said, this is your get to know me tag, and hopefully with these questions you know a little bit about me now. But if you have any other questions, just don't forget to comment below and ask any question that you'd like to ask, or whatever that you'd like to see in future. And please don't forget to also comment, guys. Comment and say, Rebo, I'd like you to fix here, just so that I know where I've done wrong or whatsoever, or what I've done wrong, and I can fix those as soon as possible so that we can get to right along in a very... Thank you guys once more for watching. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like,